Who that?
Hey, bro. Hey, nobody record.
Only Al can record. And I'm top dog. Al Productions.
Motherfucker gonna get anything. Let the shit camera needs to be. But we know what it's for us. We ain't been showing, so we put the shit out there just in case it get part, right?
Well, we on live.
Good move.
Boy.
Leave me alone.
3100. I'm a 32.
Get away. Nope. Now you already know you can walk to, but you already know you got.
Floyd Mayweather has stepped back into the spotlight, but not as a spectator this time. He's taking charge, leading his former protege back into the fight game.
But Tank, man, this is God day, you know. You got the two baddest people in the business and on this, what you call it, that's Al and Floyd, you know. Respect Floyd to the utmost, man. Just let me just come in the gym, just do me, you know.
The undefeated icon, famous for his flawless defense and razor-sharp ring intelligence, has joined Gervonta Davis's training camp as he prepares to face Jake Paul.
That body shot already got you. Good move.
Boy.
Leave me alone.
3100. I'm a 32.
Get away. Nope. Now you already know you can walk to, but you already know you got.
Tank vents out on social media. He's been through a lot, you know, throughout his life. So, but I take my hat off to him. I'm proud of him. Saturday night we had a game plan.
Here's where things get interesting. This reunion carries some real history. Gervonta "Tank" Davis was part of Mayweather Promotions from 2015 to 2022, a solid 7-year stretch that molded him into one of boxing's top names. Their partnership ended right after Davis's knockout victory over Rolando Romero, his final bout under Floyd's promotional banner.
Tank boxing skills is really better than his power. He just didn't have to use his boxing skills, but Tank can really box his ass off. And so when we in a boxing gym, Sean, as you've seen me tell Tank a lot of times, stop always resorting just to your power and use your boxing skills. And that's what Tank did in this training.
This is more than just training. It's mentorship reborn. Floyd is showing Tank how to turn chaos into control, how to make rivals miss by inches, and how to rule the ring with calm dominance. And Tank? He's fully dialed in, sharper, steadier, and more lethal than ever. This isn't just a fight camp. It's the comeback of two eras colliding.
I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to bring up mine, but it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat. So they sent it to Floyd and Floyd bugged out.
Okay.
So that's what made it.
Seeing them reunite feels like watching a student return to the master who taught him the craft of avoiding every punch. Inside the gym, Floyd is back in his element, sharpening Tank's shoulder roll, refining his counterpunch timing, and making sure every move reflects that signature money team precision.
Would do business with you if you act like this.
But it happens a lot in boxing, though, right?
Oh yeah, because
to be
it's
common in
strategic.
boxing, yeah.
Floyd was telling him all these things.
Floyd's given this counsel to
Yes.
Gervonta.
Who do you think is telling him to do the rehydration clauses and not, putting all these stipulations on me? You can't do this, you can't do that. The ring needs to be this size. It's Davis Garcia. It's not. But all these things were all by Floyd.
The master with the blueprint and the student built to perfect it. When Floyd Mayweather steps back into your corner, you're not just training for a fight. You're training to become untouchable. And just when it seemed the story couldn't get any spicier, Robert Garcia enters the scene, dropping truth bombs across the boxing world. In his words, sure, Tank's a beast, but he never gave the fans the matchups they've been asking for.
I think Tank never gave us the fights that we really wanted. Never really gave us those challenges. He never really challenged himself. He didn't give Rhodes that rematch, which he should have. Mayweather did it when he had a hard time with Maidana and Castillo. Right away, he did the rematches to prove everybody wrong, and look at what he did. He beat him clearly.
And honestly, he's got a point. Fans have been waiting for years to see those legacy-defining battles. the Roach rematch, the showdown with Shakur, that dream fight with Loma, but instead, Tank's been busy signing gloves and sparring heavyweights just for kicks. Garcia even reminded everyone that when critics doubted Floyd, he always ran it back. Castillo, Maidana, boom, instant rematch, message delivered. Tank, on the other hand, moved forward like a man who left his biggest challenge unanswered.
So Tank should have done the same. He didn't. That I could criticize. But then at the end also, if you're making 30 to 50 million, I don't even know what he's making. If I had one of my fighters get an offer to fight a big celebrity, a big YouTuber for 20, 30 million dollars, I would probably do.
Now, to be fair, I get what Garcia's saying. As fans, we crave the real action, the rivalries, the storylines, the chaos. But then you see Tank pocketing around 50 million for an exhibition with Jake Paul, and you can't help but think, hold on, who'd actually turn that down? Be honest, if Jake Paul offered you that kind of payday, you'd be in the ring by tonight. And that's where Garcia's perspective gets layered. He might not like it, but he understands it. Because when it's all said and done, titles fade, belts gather dust, but generational money, that lasts forever.
I don't blame him. You know, it's boxing. At the end of his career, 20 years from now, nobody's gonna care how many belts he won or who he fought. The only thing that matters is that he's gonna be able to take care of his family, himself, for the rest of his life, and that's the most important thing. So I don't disagree with what he's doing. Do I like it? No, but I don't disagree.
So yeah, maybe we didn't get the matchups fans were dreaming of, but Tank ended up living the life he dreamed of. And honestly, that's its own kind of victory. Then, just as Robert Garcia had everyone debating legacy and respect, boom, Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis flipped the script, turning it into the $1 Million Mayhem show. A knockout bonus on the line? Come on, that's not boxing. That's a real-life video game quest with serious stakes. Jake teased a massive KO reward, and I swear you could practically hear Tank smiling from across the globe. You throw that kind of cash at a guy like him, and suddenly every punch carries a little extra motivation.
Well, you know, Jake a businessman, and everybody know that. You know what I mean? But Gervonta Davis is a fighter. You know, he's a champion fighter, and hey, but it's a great event, man. It's gonna be huge. Netflix is involved, and anytime you know you got those big players involved, you know it's gonna sell. So
here's the thing: Tarver wasn't throwing shade; he was just being real. Everyone knows Jake's got that I lift and sell supplements kind of strength, but Tank? He's got that blink once and you're out cold kind of accuracy. And Tarver's right. Visually, this matchup's gonna look wild. Jake's built like a linebacker, Tank's built like a live grenade. You can do the math. One's trying to detonate, the other's trying not to get blown up. And honestly, I get why Tarver's fascinated. This isn't your average matchup. It's like boxing's version of a glitch in the Matrix. You, me, everybody watching knows the deal. If Tank connects clean, it's lights out. But if Jake uses that reach, keeps his distance, and turns it into a game of power chess, we might witness the strangest and most entertaining exhibition in combat sports history.
So it's an exhibition, but there's pro judges. There's going to be a winner. It's not like your brother and Floyd.
No, correct. There's going to be a winner,
and there will be a KO bonus. So whoever wins by KO, they get a big bonus.
Well, there's like a big knockout bonus.
Okay.
So if someone knocks the other one out, they're going to get a big bonus.
And TKOs are included.
What about, does TKO count?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm betting $10,000 on Gervonta Tank Davis to knock out Jake Paul on my book.
If Jake wins, the internet's going to break. If Tank wins, it's the definition of poetic justice. Either way, one man's walking out richer, the other's waking up a little later, and the rest of us are watching like it's the season finale of boxing's wildest reality show. And just when you think the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis spectacle couldn't get any crazier, Antonio the Magic Man Tarver jumps in, and man, he's speaking nothing but truth. Tarver basically said what everyone's been low-key thinking: this fight's going to look different. We've seen David versus Goliath before, but this version comes with Netflix cameras, a size difference you could drive a truck through, and Tank throwing punches like he's fighting in VR mode.
The only reason it had to be an exhibition is just because of the weight.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's a winner. I don't know if I could say it, but well, there's like a big knockout bonus.
The big knockout bonus.
Okay.
So if someone knocks the other one out, they're gonna get a big bonus.
A bonus? A knockout bonus? Hold on. Let's go back and confirm a few things. So there will be a winner and a loser, unlike that Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul.
This isn't just about pride anymore. It's about who walks out of Atlanta with a few extra million and an ego boost to match. And let's be real, 12-ounce gloves, pro judges, real stakes. You can call it an exhibition if you want, but that's basically a street fight with contracts attached. I keep thinking, if Tank lands one of those trademark left hands, Jake's influencer career might start buffering midstream. Still, you've got to respect Jake. The guy's throwing down millions on himself like it's a high-stakes game of Monopoly with real cash. That's either unshakable confidence or way too much caffeine, and we're about to find out which. But here's the twist. With knockout bonuses, side bets, and that electric crowd energy, this fight isn't about records anymore. It's all about reactions.
Make numbers, do numbers, and everything. I just don't know how the fight's gonna unfold. A lot of times when you that much bigger than a guy, you can just hold him off. You know what I mean? Is he just swinging and all that? But I don't know, bro. I have to see them in the ring and see how it even looks. But hey, man, that's just me speaking from experience. Like I said, today is a different era in boxing. It's a different time. You know what I mean? Everybody chasing a bag. And I think that's what's really motivating most of these guys.